You still in there? Hello? Damn, was I too late? That's not gonna look good on my record. I guess I'll just cast a preserving spell on the body for now. Poor little thing still deserves a proper burial. Even if they managed to die on such an easy floor. Wait, was that a little blink I just saw? You're still alive there, buddy, aren't you? Oh, right, you can't really answer while you're all stunned like that. I got an idea. Why don't you blink once for yes and twice for no, okay? One blink for yes. Alright. So, first of all, are you alive? It sounds like a dumb question, I know, but you would not believe the amount of good-looking undead I've cast a healing spell on by accident. And then you think you're helping them, but they just turn into dust. It's a big issue. I remember I met this one guy called Skell Eaton. I honestly should have guessed by the name that he wasn't really alive. But I was adventuring with him for like a whole year. I didn't actually need to heal him. He was a real good fighter. I mostly just buffed him. But eventually he tripped, he cut his leg a little. I sent a healing spell out by instinct and poof! Gone like that. Reduced to dust. I still think about him sometimes. Oh, sorry, you can't talk. I should be paying more attention. Can you answer the question again? Okay, so you're not undead. That makes this real simple. I still need to know what killed you before I can heal you up, no? I don't want to waste the mana on a fire cure when you're actually frostbitten and all. You know what? Let me just check my monster list real quick. So you died on floor 10, which means one of the monsters on this page must have killed you. Okay, this should be real simple. I'm just gonna go down the list one monster at a time, and you blink to say yes or no to it. Alright? So first of all, skeleton? No. Slime? No. Ghost? No. Mimic? No. Ogre? Kelpie? Siren? Water spirit? Fire spirit? Electric spirit? Damn, what the... Oh, wait, that last one was a yes. Answer for electric spirit again? Yes! Okay, so that's what got you. Oh, that actually explains a lot. I was wondering why you seemed so dead even though you weren't visibly injured. You're not even hurt at all, are you? You're just stunned. That makes this real easy. All I have to do is cast... If I can look for my spellbook... Here it is! Alleviate. And you're all better. It's like magic, isn't it? You should let me check you for injuries first, no? I might have missed something. Just let my magic regenerate first. Ugh. Ugh. Did I really pass out again? That's so embarrassing. And from using such a basic spell. I'm never gonna get certified at this rate. I suppose I should be happy a monster didn't eat me now. You win some, you lose some. I just wish there were more wins. Oh, thanks for the drink. I don't know how long it was out there, but I'm thirsty as hell. Huh? Why are you even still here? Ah, damn, are you still too injured to move? I can do another heal on you, just give me a second here. You just wanted to stay by my side to thank me for healing you. Oh, aren't you a sweetheart? Sorry for assuming it was something more selfish. That was kinda mean of me. I'm just used to adventurers running off without even a thank you. Between you and me, most of them have a real big hero complex. They all think they have to run off and can't spare me any time for a thank you, 'cause they're gonna be the one to defeat the Demon King or whatever. Like they didn't need me to revive them after a slime beat their ass. But sure, go ahead and save the world, I guess. Oh, no offense to you, of course. You just got one shot by a status effect. That's always a risk without a tank and healer to cover for you. Not really your fault. Although speaking of having a party, why aren't you with one? Did you get lost or something? Really? Your party kicked you out? Yeesh. That's kind of fucked up of them. Wish I could say it wasn't a common story, no? As a healer who goes looking for strays like you, I'm afraid I've heard it time and time again. Modern parties seem to go through talent like crazy. If you aren't literally the best at your role, they'll kick you out like you're some kind of dead weight. The good old days where parties would stick together through thick and thin and get stronger through love of each other. I think that time's just over now. Sorry for getting so gloomy all of a sudden. Hearing what happened to you kind of brought up some old memories, to be honest. Not that I got kicked out of a party myself. It's more like I, never actually got accepted into one. See, I grew up in some village in the middle of nowhere. One of those regions that never comes up besides the odd dragon burning a town down. But despite that, I always wanted to be a party's healer. So I brought an old wand and staff off a retired adventurer that settled there. Took me like 3 years of advance allowance for those old sticks, by the way. And I started healing everything I could as practice. Whenever a classmate was sick, I'd hit them with a cure common cold. Whenever I would hear an old person in the village was nearing their end, I'd run over and give them some ease condition, so they could at least pass in peace. Even when it was just some small frog or something on the side of the road, I'd cast basic heal on them. I was doing everything I could to get more experience. And to be fair, it almost worked. I was actually making a decent amount of progress. I had a book of basic healing spells, and I went from only being able to use the weakest spells that barely do anything, to the more advanced ones that could actually heal up wounds. So when I finished the book, I decided it was time and headed out to the city to get my adventurer's license. I'm not sure how you fighters get certified, but for healers, they like to make us compete against each other for limited slots. I think they make the standard higher for us since a bad healer can get a whole party killed. And I thought I was so smart going into that exam, that everybody else was just gonna have book smarts, whereas I would have some hands-on time with using magic. So I went in there, I showed off every spell I knew, and then I noticed that no one else was finished as early as me. And everyone else seemed to be using bigger and better heals than I even knew existed. Turns out that little book of spells I was using, everybody else had mastered that by the time they turned 6. I just couldn't compete with everybody else's catalog of spells. So even before they released the results, I knew I was done for. I still had hope for the next year's applications, no, so I wanted to start practicing right away. I snuck a peek at somebody else's advanced spell book, took a basic heal from it, and I tried to cast it on myself right after the exam to see how I could handle it. I'm sure you can guess how that went. I passed out right in the middle of the street. Turns out only using basic healing spells your entire childhood kinda messes up your mana pool. Like how tanks barely have any mana because they never touch spells outside of getting buffed. If you only cast basic ones, the increase in your mana is like basically nothing. Hell, you probably have more mana than me from your basic fighting spells. Sorry, that was a really long story. Basically, I'm just wandering the dungeon trying to find as many people to heal as possible. There's no way I can catch up to everybody else in only a year. So I'm gonna have to use an established record of work to get my license. Make a list of references whose life I saved down here. Oh, but when I call you up, you should probably act like this was all a coincidence. Acting as a healer without a license like this is real frowned upon. They could take away my wands and staffs, and then I'd have to sell my body to get by. You wouldn't want that to happen to me, right? This is why I like fighters like you guys. You guys are so easy to tease. A bit of straightforwardness like that is real attractive after being forced to deal with healers and mages for the past few years. I swear, one of these days I'm gonna start enchanting you guys and make an army of you to spoil me when I get back home. A bunch of dummies to practice spells on would be nice. And I don't think I'd mind passing out all the time when I have a bunch of cuties like you surrounding me. We should get out of here before I start getting thirsty over you, no? I wouldn't want to get caught with my pants down by some slime. So, do you know where we are? I don't recognize this place. We're on floor 12? You managed to make it down 2 whole floors while carrying me? Damn. I'll have to look you up when I get that license. That kind of dependability is exactly what I'm looking for in a partner. And I don't just mean for dungeon crawling. Although saying that, maybe we should, make a party together? I know that's real spontaneous, but if I'm being blunt, I'm weak, and you got kicked out of your team. Kinda sad for both of us. But together, I think useless and unwanted could be a hell of a pair. 2 negatives make a positive, right? So if we team up, I think that'll make us the strongest team to ever exist. Come on, you know you want to say yes. Do I need to flatter you and tell you it's partly because you're hot as hell? 'Cause I've got zero shame. You're looking at a mage that can't even heal a bird without passing out. I've moved past embarrassment a long time ago. So I'll do whatever it takes to get a fighter like you on top of me. Yeah, you'll be in front of me when we're fighting. Not on top. But that isn't exactly what I was talking about, sweetheart. You're so cute. I know every swordsperson dreams of having a cute healer to keep by their side and show off. A healer that dedicates all that magic and practice to Lem specifically. But most don't usually have a healer literally begging to serve them like I'm doing for you right now. So don't be an idiot. Just agree already. Yeah, that's what I thought. That might just be the smartest thing your little damage dealer brain has ever said. What? We're locked into a party now. That means I can play up the pretentious mage act. If you're so mad at me for it, why don't you punish me with all that warrior strength you got when we get out of here? I promise I can take it. Speaking of getting out of here now, all that hard work from you makes this real easy. All we gotta do is make it down 3 more floors and we can use the emergency exit on floor 15. It means we won't be able to take loot back, but we're both here for experience, right? So that's perfect for us. Should be real easy with this whole power couple thing we got going on here. With all those muscles you got and my pathetic heals, we don't even need a tank to shield us. Come on, let's get moving while the energy's still high. Whoever kills the most slimes buys dinner when we get back. Hi, Real Poppy here. Just wanted to say that if you like the ASMR, you should check me out on Twitch. I put a lot of effort into my streams and I'd love to see you there. Or, if you prefer shorter stuff, you can check out my TikTok instead. Or even look at both. But that's all. Thanks for watching again.